Anna's pencil scratched across the paper during free period, her tongue poking out slightly in concentration as she sketched another creature. This one had 6 legs, spiral horns, and patterns like fire across its scaled hide. Mrs. Henderson barely glanced at the 9-year-old's artwork anymore. Anna had filled dozens of notebooks with her monsters since the school year began. Louis, sitting beside her, leaned over to look. "That one's cool. What is it?" "I don't know," Anna said quietly, adding details to the creature's eyes. "They just come to me. In dreams, I think." What neither child knew was that their classroom had attracted attention from far beyond Earth. The Confederation observer ship hung in high orbit, cloaked and silent. Inside, senior xenologist Kethvar of the Meridian Collective stood rigid, all 4 of his eye stalks focused on the holographic display before him. His chromatic skin had shifted to a pale, shocked blue. "Impossible," he whispered in the harmonic language of his people. His assistant, a younger Meridian named Sola, floated closer. "Senior xenologist, the human child has drawn 17 species in the past month. 17 species that match our extinction records with 97% accuracy." Kethvar's breathing spiracles fluttered with agitation. On the display, Anna's drawings rotated in 3-dimensional space, each one reconstructed from satellite imagery captured through the classroom windows. There was a Velcran firebeast from Sector 49, extinct for 12,000 cycles. A Horathian crystal spider, lost when their world was strip-mined 6,000 cycles ago. A Drevnian cloud swimmer gone when their gas giant was converted into a refueling station. "How does she know?" Sola asked. "This species, these humans, they only achieved spaceflight in the last century. They've never left their own system. They have no access to Confederation records." Kethvar was silent for a long moment. As a xenologist, he had studied hundreds of species across dozens of sectors. He had thought he understood the patterns of life, the progression of intelligence, the boundaries of possibility. This human child was rewriting everything he believed. "Send a message to the High Council," he said finally. "Then prepare a contact team. We need to speak with this child." 3 days later, Louis noticed the strange adults observing their school from across the street. They looked almost human, but something was off. Their movements too smooth, their attention too focused. When he mentioned it to Anna, she looked up from her current drawing and stared out the window. "They're here for my pictures," she said with eerie certainty. "What? That's crazy." But that afternoon, 2 figures appeared in their classroom doorway. They looked human now. Perfectly human, except for the slight shimmer around their edges that made Louis's eyes water if he stared too long. Mrs. Henderson stood frozen, her mouth slightly open. The principal stood beside her, equally motionless. "Do not be alarmed," the taller figure said in perfect English. "We have temporarily paused their perception. We mean no harm. We only wish to speak with Anna." Anna set down her pencil carefully. "You're not from Earth." "No," Kethvar said, abandoning the pretense and allowing his true form to shimmer into view. "We are from the Meridian Collective, part of a galactic federation of worlds. And you, young human, have been drawing pictures of species that have been extinct for thousands of your years." Louis grabbed Anna's hand, his heart pounding. "Leave her alone!" Sola stepped forward, her voice gentle. "We are not here to hurt her. We are here to understand." "Anna, how do you know these creatures?" Anna looked down at her drawings scattered across the desk. "I see them," she said simply. "In my head. They're sad. They want to be remembered." Kethvar felt his skin shift to deep purple, a color of profound emotion among his kind. "Remembered," he echoed. My people, the Confederation. We have been expanding for millennia. Building, growing, consuming. We kept records of the species we displaced, but..." His voice trailed off. "But you forgot them," Anna finished quietly. "Not in your computers, but in your hearts." The xenologist crouched down to Anna's level, his eye stalks focusing gently on her face. "Humans are young, so young. We thought we understood what made a species special. Technology, intelligence, expansion capability. But you have something we lost long ago." "What?" Louis asked, still protective but curious now. "Connection," Sola answered. "Your species still remembers what it's like to be vulnerable, to be part of an ecosystem rather than above it. You still dream of other creatures. You still hear their songs." Kethvar gestured to Anna's drawings. "These species existed before your world even developed complex life. They died on planets dozens of light years away. Yet somehow, across space and time, their memory reached out and found resonance in a human child's mind. We have scientists who cannot explain this. We have technologies that cannot replicate it. What does it mean? Anna asked. The xenologist's skin shifted through a spectrum of colors: contemplation, wonder, humility. It means that perhaps humans are meant to be the Confederation's conscience, the reminder of what we've lost and what we must protect going forward. We came here expecting to find primitive beings we might guide or study. Instead, we found a species that might teach us how to be better than we've been. He stood, his form shimmering. The High Council will want to meet your species officially soon. First contact will be carefully planned, slowly implemented. But I needed you to know, Anna, your drawings matter. We are taking them to every world in the Confederation. We are building monuments to the species we destroyed. Because of you, they will be remembered. Anna picked up her pencil again, starting a new sketch. There are more, she said. So many more who want their stories told. Then we will listen, Kethvar promised. For as long as you wish to draw, we will listen. As the two Meridians prepared to leave, restoring Mrs. Henderson and the principal's normal perception, Lewis squeezed Anna's hand. You're going to change the galaxy, he whispered. Anna smiled slightly, her pencil never stopping. I'm just drawing monsters, she said. But maybe monsters deserve to be remembered too. Behind them on her paper, a new creature took shape, something with crystalline wings and eyes like starlight. Another voice from the void finally being heard.